Hello, everyone. Hello, and welcome to all of our guests. My name is Ayaha Tanaka from Osaka Innovation Hub. As this is our second collaborative event with Action Community for Entrepreneurship, also known as ACE in Singapore. We are delighted. This is a great opportunity to share our startup environment and marketing insights. Today's timetable is here. First of all, we will introduce the host organization from Japan and Singapore for about 10 minutes, and then we will proceed to the pitch. Now let's invite my colleague, Miki-san, and she will be giving you an overview of Osaka and Osaka Innovation Hub.
Hello, my name is Miki Minamino from Osaka Innovation Hub. I'm happy to be here today for this event. Now I will be giving you a brief introduction of our organization and highlights of Osaka. Osaka Innovation Hub, shortly called OIH, was established by Osaka City in 2013 and has been supporting various startups. It's located in the heart of the city and has a direct and easy access from Osaka Station. As a hub, we bring together entrepreneurs, investors, major corporations, mentors, universities, and accelerators. We have two categories of membership. The first are called players. They are individuals who are entrepreneurs, startups, and young aspiring innovators. The second category of membership are called partners. Partners work in concert with OIH to support the members of the player category. They are usually large corporations, investors, VCs, universities, and other governmental agencies. And we have three KPIs in supporting startups. The first is to raise startup funding. The second is to collaborate with major companies. And the last one is to launch product. In order to achieve these KPIs, we are implementing over 200 events a year to support startups on a regular basis. These are examples of our regular events. And OIH holds a variety of pitch events from pre-startups to mature middle phase. These are examples of domestic regular pitch events at our OIH. And we also collaborate with startup support organizations abroad, as we are here today together with our buddy ACE Singapore. Last year, we also held pitch events together with organizations from Nordic countries, Taiwan, as well as Singapore. And this is Get in the Ring, our signature global event, which is originally from the Netherlands. We have been organizing its Japan preliminary round for 6 years. This event is for early to middle stage. Additionally, we also hold an international conference known as Hack Osaka, which consists of business matching, pitch contests, and seminars every year. We have been hosting this international conference every year in a row since 2013. Osaka is opening its doors even wider by launching by Startup Visa program, in which one-year visas will be granted to young innovators. Startup Visa is beneficial as a bridge visa before obtaining a business management visa, which requires capital and employment at least 2 people. You can get more information from this QR code here, or contact us from the inquiry form at the end of the event. Osaka has the World Expo 2025 coming up in 3 years. We will continue to work to attract more entrepreneurs to Osaka Kansai Expo to create more innovation here in Osaka. So please come and join Osaka Kansai Expo in 2025. We hope to see you there. Again, our role is to act as a hub to connect these stakeholders. And that, of course, our support programs include helping Japanese startups expand to the world and global startups expand to Japan in both directions. I hope that today's event will be a chance for all concerned to connect across the sea. And at the end of the event, we'll show you a link to our inquiry form that you can give cheers to the startups you like and send meeting requests to them. So please stay tuned and enjoy this event until the end. Thank you for your attention.
Thank you very much, Miki-san. And so now let's invite our co-host partner, Yan-Ling Ang from ACE. Hi, Yan-Ling-san.
Hello, hi.
Hi. Would you give us your introduction about ACE in 5 minutes?
Yes, definitely. Let me
Thank
share my
you.
screen.
Sure.
Yep, I hope that everyone can see my screen.
It's not full screen. Now, presenters mode, I think. So can you change the mode for the full screen? Maybe slide show. Oh, it's
Is this
great.
better?
Yes, thank you.
Yes. Hi, everyone. I'm Yan Ling from Action Committee for Entrepreneurship. So for ACE, we are a non-profit organization that builds and develops the Singapore startup ecosystem, and we are supported by government agencies under the Ministry of Trade and Industry Singapore, specifically Enterprise Singapore and JTC. We are the national voice for the Singapore startup ecosystem, and we are privatized out back in 2011. And right now, our patron is Dr. Tan See Leng, who is the minister in the Prime Minister office. So for ACE, we represent the national startup ecosystem. So we actually support 5 key stakeholders in the entire ecosystem. So they are corporate, institute of higher learning, risk capital, public sector, as well as startups. So for our mission and purpose, we are to advocate on the behalf of startups and members for the interest of stakeholders, and also catalyze ideas, innovations, and collaboration among ecosystem stakeholders, and also to enable capability and capacity building in startups. So for startups, we support technology startups across all stages and all industries. So as you can see, from 2012 to 2021, there's an increase in the number of startups to 3,800 startups. So venture funding and activities have also increased as well, from 80 deals all the way to 492 deals, amounting to around 10.9 billion USD dollars. And in total, 11 unicorns have been nurtured either by Singaporean founders or companies based in Singapore. So in total for ACE, we have engaged around 1,100 technology startups, and we have supported around 408 internships and have around 18 startup partnerships that we collaborate to actually provide benefits and services to our technology startups. Next, for corporations, so we work very closely with corporate innovation teams based in Singapore. So in total, we have engaged around 150 corporate innovation teams and have 326 technology startups. So what ACE do is that we actually come in to facilitate relevant link-ups between startups and corporates. So corporate innovation teams are usually scouting for relevant startups to co-pilot certain solutions together, or to join R&D together. So for ACE, we have made such a connection between startups and the relevant corporate innovation teams. So one example is the Coca-Cola challenge called the Bridge Challenge, whereby we introduce 3 startups from the logistics, data analytics, and marketing tech space. So these are some of the corporate innovation teams that we have supported over the years. Coca-Cola, Marubeni, Rolls-Royce, Panasonic, Nishimbo, Roche, Friesland Campina, as well as Mitsui Chemicals Group. So next, I will briefly touch on Institute of Higher Learning. So these are youth entrepreneurship, whereby we encourage youth entrepreneurship in Singapore itself. And one more stakeholder that we support are risk capital, which are your venture capital firms, family offices, as well as angel investors. So we support startups to be matched with relevant venture capital firms in Singapore and in the regional market, so that startups can explore fundraising opportunities from these VCs. So these are some of the VCs that we have engaged over the years. So these VCs ranges from seed stage all the way to funding for Series B and above. And lastly, for public sector, we work very closely with the government agencies in Singapore as well as in overseas. So for example, in Japan, we work closely with Osaka city government to provide two-way market access between Singapore startups and Japanese startups. And in Singapore, we work closely with key relevant agencies such as Enterprise Singapore, JTC, EDB, as well as A-Star to actually support Singapore startups in Singapore as well as international startups looking to expand in the Singapore market. So with that, I come to the end of my presentation. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Yanding. And it's an honor to collaborate with you today. Thank you. And before starting the event, I'm giving a quick note. Each startup will have 10 minutes and 7 minutes for their presentation, and followed by 3 minutes to handle Q&A session. If you have any questions, please type your questions in the Q&A chat, which you will see at the bottom of your screen. After all of the event, please answer the inquiry form and you can give us a meeting request from that. So now, Yanding-san, are you there again?
Yes.
Thank you. Would you invite Singapore startups and begin?
Yes. So thanks everyone for joining the IR pitch session. So as a start, we will have 3 Singapore startups who will be pitching for this session, followed by 3 Japanese startups. So for now, I would like to invite the first Singapore startup up. So Stefan from ELXR, he's the founder and CEO of ELXR, which is a personalized cloud sports club and a D2C outdoor lifestyle brand designed to bring together users, trainers, and businesses together on a single platform. ELXR has also been selected for prestigious startup accelerator programs, such as those organized by 500 Startups Kobe, Plug and Play Japan, and they are awarded the Best International Startup in 2019. So now I would like to invite Stefan up to share about ELXR.
Hi, thanks Yan-Ling. Thanks for the introduction, and ACE, as well as friends from Osaka Innovation Hub. It's great to see everybody again in this situation. So allow me to share my screen as I share with you about ELXR. All right. Hi, I'm Stefan, founder and CEO of ELXR, and today I'll talk to you about ELXR. So I think this is relatable to our theme today, smart connectivity for future urban environment. More importantly, for our workforce strategy, as well as reimagine the employee experience. So ELXR focuses a lot on outdoor and lifestyle fitness, looking at innovation, sustainability, as well as design and function. A little bit about myself, I was an ex-Special Forces soldier for a long time, for 16 years. And after I left the army, I was organizing fitness activities and events for the masses. But we know that in this current situation, mass activities are not able to be executed. So technology is one of the ways we can reach the consumers and influence their healthy lifestyle. So who are we? What is ELXR? So we are a direct-to-consumer outdoor lifestyle brand powered by technology, with our own mobile application providing offline classes and events for booking. We also have online video content that is fitness related, e-commerce, we sell our own classes, our own merchandise, and lastly, we are looking at some products in the future where we have military inspired designs, technology, and fabric as well. So this is a brief introduction of our mobile application available on both iOS and Android in English and in Japanese. So the second screen shows a social SNS function within the app for users to match with coaches. The third screen shows the booking of classes and events. Either free or paid classes can be booked via our mobile application. Fourth screen shows our own video cloud solution for provision of fitness content. And lastly, e-commerce within the app. So what is our value proposition for ELXR? So we provide a hybrid online and offline engagement for individuals. We are able to aggregate the touch point for consumer behavior monitoring. And this is in fact a new way of engaging with our employees in this hybrid work arrangement social norm, where some days of the week you work at home, some days of the week you work from the office. And so ELXR being a three-sided business, we have about 15,000 users on our app now, with coaches, about 3,000 coaches, as well as a number of enterprise clients from what you can see here. So I will talk about the enterprise clients a little bit in the future. So where are we at now? As already mentioned by Yen-Ling, we started in 2018. We attended 500 startups in Kobe. We joined Plug and Play Tokyo. Through the ACE program, we also work with Panasonic. We are one of the Deep Tech Challenge winner in 2020, and also established our Kabushi Kaisha in Japan in 2020 as well. So we know that pre-COVID, employees go to the gym for employee wellness. By the new social norm, people work out at home. So I think a healthy workforce strategy is important for us to have high productivity as well as engagement with our employees, even though they are working from home. So one of our pilot with Singapore Sports Hub, the biggest stadium in Singapore, they use our mobile application for their online fitness videos as well as offline classes booking. So we have seen about more than 1.1 million views on our videos, as well as more than 90,000 attendance being clocked. Second project we have is Central Sports, one of the oldest gym in Japan, listed on Tokyo Stock Exchange main board. So we help them expand their business into Singapore by organizing a virtual run in Singapore and Japan. The third project we're working on now with JR East is that they have a co-working space called One & Co in Singapore. So now they use our mobile application to provide cloud gym fitness videos for the Japanese users in Singapore. So in terms of offering, this is what we offer, projects, including organizing of activities, and thus ending off with a cloud gym membership for employee wellness program. So the standard package includes online experience with offline engagement in office, and we send the equipment to their house. Premium package includes a company sports event, all powered via our mobile application. So in terms of user journey, the employee choose the equipment, they choose the program, and everything is delivered via the mobile application. For the HR department, they contact us to customize the solutions, and end of the month, they receive a monthly report of the event attendance, video views, engagement rate, as well as feedback. This is our pricing model for standard and premium. So that's all we have. I'm happy to speak to any corporate clients as well as users to see what we can do together to engage our employees. Thank you so much.
Yep, thanks, Stefan, for your presentation. So now we'll come on to Q&A. So Q&A lasts for 3 minutes per startup. So for the audience, should you have any questions for the startup, please feel free to drop your questions in the Q&A box below. But in the meantime, Stefan, I would like to ask you a question. So understand that you are interested to expand into the Japan market, and you have already done so with an office in Japan itself. So just like to find out about what are some of your plans in Japan, and are you looking to fundraise for a startup as well?
Sure. So I'm going to answer these two questions separately. So in terms of expansion in Japan wise, now I know that Japan has just opened their travel lanes, but I don't think I'll be traveling to Japan anytime soon. And the reason really is because we want to make sure our product is working well. And especially so with the few POCs we have in Central Sports, as well as JR East. In fact, our first step really is to help the Japanese conglomerates expand out of Japan first, right, outside of Japan in Singapore before we go back to Japan again. So that is our plans, at least for the next 6 months, for the next 2 quarters. In terms of fundraising, we raised around 3 years ago. We are closing our Angel Plus round this month. The next seed round will happen in Q2. So for any VCs or any private equity firms that are keen to look at fitness D2C companies, I'll be happy to have a chat, because so far we haven't seen any leader in this part of the world yet.
Yep, thanks a lot, for addressing this question. And I guess my last question to you would be, what are some of the type of partners or stakeholders that you would like to be connected with in Japan in order to scale your business?
Sure. So I think railway companies are pretty interesting for us, because we know that as people start working from home, revenue from transportation drops. So in terms of engaging with the consumers, fitness and lifestyle could be one new innovation to look at, right? So that's first and foremost railway companies. Secondly, would be in fact companies that are looking at engaging their employees when they're working from home, because we used to give them gym membership that is close to their workplace, but now when they are working from home, there's no need for them to go to the gyms anymore. So I think that could be an opportunity for HR departments to engage with employees.
Okay, thanks a lot for your answers. So now we'll wait for Q&A. So for the audience, should you have any questions for Stefan, feel free to drop your questions into the chat box. And if there are no further questions, we'll move on to the next startup.
Thanks, Eden.
Yeah, thank you. Okay, so now we'll move on to the second startup. So if you have any questions for Stefan, please feel free to drop in the Q&A box and we'll circle back shortly. So now we'll move on to the second startup, RESYNC Technologies. So RESYNC provides an AI-driven intelligent energy cloud solution for smart city and distributed energy assets. So based in Singapore, their cutting-edge technology and machine learning enhanced solutions ensures advanced analytics and energy savings for smart buildings, renewable energy assets, and smart homes. So now I would like to invite Nima, Managing Director of RESYNC, to give the sharing.
Thank you for your time, everyone, and hope you're enjoying the session so far. I'll try my best to be very entertaining and not to bore you with all the technical details. So my name is Amir. I'm one of the co-founders of RESYNC, and we are based in Singapore, and we provide intelligent energy management solutions for the enterprises. The reason why we do all of this, as you're probably aware, the whole energy infrastructure is going through transformation, and this transformation is mainly driven by a few factors. The main factor is, of course, drastically dropping price of renewables like solar energy, wind energy, digitalization of the whole ecosystem with internet access almost everywhere, with smart meters, with IoT devices. We hear a lot about batteries and energy storage systems, and of course, implementation of the AI and machine learning models for the automation purposes. So 4 of these pillars driving traditional grid towards what we call smart grid or smart city solutions. And at the heart of this transformation lays the data. So whichever company utilizing their data efficiently can save on their energy usages and of course meet their sustainability targets. And that's exactly what we are helping our customers to do. We provide cutting-edge technology, which is enhanced by AI and machine learning models that we develop in-house. We created fully reliable infrastructure in terms of data aggregation, processing, storing, and then backfeeding to the customer. We made it affordable, can be used by small SME, but at the same time by large MNC companies. We can scale our solution from one small site to hundreds of sites in a matter of few days because we are fully cloud-based. So we are based in Singapore, but we serve customers across 7 different markets. And we can customize our solution depending on the customer requirements if needed. A bit of overview, we work with different stakeholders. We have IoT asset providers, we work with solar and renewable energy companies, and we do work with real estate companies or hospitals and campuses, where we basically aggregate all the real-time data from all their premises. We process it at the edge, and then we take real-time control actions. So we can take control of the HVAC systems, we can take control of the rotary motors, and we can optimize the performance in terms of sustainability, in terms of the energy consumption for the building owners. And all that data is sent to the cloud, and on the cloud, we run it through in-house developed machine learning algorithms, where we do forecasting, where we do predictive maintenances, where we do smart facility management, and etc. Sometimes we do take larger projects, which we have, call smart campuses or smart cities, where we have multiple buildings, multiple renewables, and of course, containerized energy storage systems, and synchronize all of them between each other to add even additional value proposition to the end customer. And we call it virtual power plant operations. So we are predominantly a software company. We integrated our solution with all tier 1 hardware manufacturers. We work with Huawei, Schneider Electric, ABB, SMA, you name it. But if required, we do have our own hardware infrastructure. We can provide end-to-end solution where we have our smart meters, gateways, sensors, and etc. As you can see on the right-hand side, we have some of our snapshots of our solution where you can see multiple buildings in one platform, entire portfolio performance. Then you can dive into the specific project to understand what are the generation consumption assets. You can dive into the specific asset details and see what are the heat map performances. And of course, we do forecasting of the asset behavior. So in a nutshell, we provide real-time monitoring and analytics of all the distributed energy assets within the buildings. We do take real-time control actions, which help our customers to optimize their performances. And it's fully automated by the AI models that we have. We dive up to the component level details, and we help customers to do integrated facility for the predictive maintenances. And we do help customers to comply with their local regulations, where we help them to prepare reports of their asset performance, and they can present it to their management. In terms of RESYNC, we started 4 years ago. We started our focus on renewable asset management because that's where the prior knowledge of the founders coming from. Then we expanded to smart building solutions. In Singapore, we backed by Energy Market Authority to commercialize our solution. And at the moment, we serve quite a number of customers in the region. We do work with some telecom tower operators where we help them to manage their distributed IoT and telco towers. And we do have some off-grid and hybrid systems where we help customers to manage their microgrids. About our portfolio, we have around 600 megawatt of solar assets that we're currently managing with more than 20 customers in 7 countries. And we have roughly around 150 buildings under our portfolio with more than 1,700 of IoT assets within those buildings. On average, we save around 15% savings for energy usages. And of course, we improve the facility team productivity by 10% at least. We are a venture-funded company. We are a team of around 25 people at the moment. We went through a couple rounds of funding. We backed by Entrepreneur First, SG Innovate, Enterprise Singapore, Presidio Group. We just raised our recent funding from GGB Capital, which is worldwide known VC firm. Yeah, so that's all about RESYNC. And feel free to ask me any questions. I'm happy to share more. Thank you.
Thank you. Thanks, Imo, for your presentation. So for the audience, if you have any questions, feel free to include it in the chat box, Q&A chat box below. So Imo, I have a question for you.
Sure.
So we've seen that the ESG and clean energy industry has been in recent focus over the last few quarters. So do you see it being a tailwind for your company, and do you see more and more corporates looking to actually use your solution to actually, find out about the cost savings with regards to energy consumption? Yeah.
Definitely. It's one of the boosters for technology company like RESYNC. The reason being is that a lot of people aware about the sustainability, aware about the climate change, aware about what they can do in order to, prevent the climate change. And companies like us, we help our customers to achieve those goals, where we basically showcase to them how to reduce their carbon footprint, how to meet their sustainability goals. A lot of companies worldwide now enforce to disclose their carbon production. And, there's a lot of carbon taxes that are implemented in a lot of countries. So this is something that, a lot of companies are aware of, and they started to open up sustainability departments within their companies. A lot of real estate owners, a lot of asset owners already have facility managers for overviewing their assets, and now they're trying to digitalize their facilities with integrated facility solutions like RESYNC. So yeah, there is a huge boost and a huge market opportunity for a company like RESYNC.
Yeah, I definitely agree. And I think one of the main advantages is that this wave is happening globally, not just in individual countries. I think as a whole, every nation is looking to move to clean energy, and also Singapore is no exception. So for my next question, I would like to ask is that have you expanded into Japan? And if not, when are you looking to expand into Japan itself? Yeah.
Yeah, we do have 2 projects in Japan. We have been reached out by few facility managing companies from Japan who wants to upgrade their facility management offers within Japan, but also expand to the Southeast Asian markets. We do have a Japanese investor who is helping us to look into the Japanese market. We are also very interested in Japanese market because the energy prices are quite high. In Japan, people are aware about digitalization, and they're very friendly in terms of adoption of the technology. So definitely Japan is one of the important markets for us.
Yeah, that's great to hear. And for the Japan market, would I say that RESYNC technology is applicable across all types of corporates, across various industries in Japan, or is there a specific type of target customers you're looking at?
Oh, we work with various segments, I would say. We work with hospitals, with real estate companies, we work with university campuses. We do work with office operators, or some of the companies who own multiple offices across, or multiple shopping malls or stores across the country or city, where they basically would like to understand their energy consumption, would like to reduce it, would like to reduce their carbon footprint. So yeah, I think energy applicable to any company, and we can help any company to reduce their energy usage.
Thanks a lot. So I guess in the audience right now, we have a number of Japanese companies and corporates. So, after the session, we can potentially, connect you with the interested Japanese corporates. Yeah.
That would be great. Yeah, looking forward to that. And thanks a lot, everyone.
Thank you. Thanks a lot. Okay, so right now we'll move on to our third startup. So our third Singapore startup is WaveScan. So WaveScan is a Singapore-based deep tech startup that specializes in R&D and product development of disruptive electromagnetic-based radar scanner technology. So they are in the built environment space, and WaveScan managed to raise fundraising and clinch projects overseas. So now I would like to invite Vijay, Management Associate of WaveScan, to give a presentation.
Hi, Yanlin. Thank you so much for the introduction, and thank you to everyone for attending this event today. I'm Ijet, as introduced, and I'm from WaveScan. The importance of infrastructure inspections can never be understated. However, these inspections are only really as accurate and as reliable as the technologies that service it. And where technologies are lacking, it leads to deadly disasters, such as the few that have been shown on the screen. All these disasters have happened within the 21st century, suggesting that this is a modern problem. Many deaths could have been prevented if these inspections were done more thoroughly or done with better and more advanced technologies. Human lives could have been saved if these inspections were done more proactively overall. And as such, while we were developing this technology, in order to ensure that inspections can be more proactive, we have done so by addressing the pain points that are present in each and every portion of the entire inspection process. So inspections primarily go through this process where it starts with data collection, data processing, and data analysis. And all three are riddled with issues essentially. For example, in data collection, we see that it is an extremely manual process. It is also relatively unsafe for inspectors because sensors that are being used today have to be handheld and in contact with the surface that you're trying to scan. And as you would imagine, it will be difficult for inspectors in some situations, such as if they want to kind of go and scan high-rise buildings. And at the other end of inspection processes, data analysis is also an equally tedious task. It is also extremely expensive because you may need the expertise of professional engineers, which is quite an expensive kind of manpower. And as such, while we were developing this technology, we envisioned a way where we could make the data collection process completely autonomous, the data processing part completely digitalized, and the data analysis part to be more AI-driven or more data-driven, in order for us to push the inspection processes from being something sort of a very reactive nature to something that's more of a proactive one. And as such, we've developed the next generation of non-destructive testing technology. On the screen here, you can see our microwave scanner, which has been launched last month, as in launched commercially for sale. It is truly first of its kind. It provides see-through structural scanning, and it's completely contactless, which means it does not need to actually be in contact with the surface. It provides much higher resolution than what is available on the market today. It is also relatively portable and completely safe for use. We actually have two scanners in development today at WaveScan. They operate on a similar technology, but operate on different frequency ranges. As such, they would have different application purposes because some applications may require a higher penetration depth, penetration into the surface, and other applications may require a better resolution, perhaps a millimeter scale resolution, as offered by our millimeter wave scanner. Our scanners basically operate on electromagnetic waves, which are transmitted to the asset and bounce off specific things inside, perhaps rebars, voids, cracks, or water that may be present in the wall. And these reflected waves are basically changed or processed into an image that can be easily interpretable by your engineer or your inspector. And being contactless actually allows our scanner to be integrated onto multiple automation platforms, such as the robotic arm or the motorized rail platform, which we already have on being on site in projects that we have today. We also have a wall climbing robot version, which we are looking to deploy within the next month. Here's a short video of our scanner in action with our project with HDB, or Housing Development Board in Singapore. As you can see, it's mounted to the robotic arm. And on the left side, we have our proprietary visualization software platform currently tracking the progress of the scan. As the video moves forward, you'll basically see that you are able to see a 3D holographic image of the asset that you are scanning. And you can basically splice it in all X, Y, and Z axes. You can filter out what is necessary, and you can basically do report generation if you need to tag defects that you see, for example, or rebars that you see. A lot of useful tools for inspectors in general. Other than the visualization platform, we also offer things such as geotagging features, data collection and mapping, as well as report generation, integration into building information models, and even custom APIs as and when required by our clients. Moving forward, as mentioned earlier, we wish to have data analysis to be more AI, more data-driven, to be less reliant on professional engineers. As such, as we continue to collect data, we will use this data to train our machine learning algorithms to basically do automatic defect tagging and categorization. And also, we will also look to partner with certification agencies to basically come up with a sort of way that you can kind of ascertain the safety of your asset. And this will basically allow you to determine the health of your asset and thus the safety of the people that are using it. The analytic equipment market is actually not small at all. However, it is rather fragmented, and we believe that we will be able to service roughly 40% of the entire total addressable market. The CAGR is relatively stable, and you can argue that it's a recession-proof industry. As mentioned earlier, it is quite fragmented. However, no companies are currently developing the technology that we have today. However, we are actually tackling use cases that are already currently being tackled by other existing technologies. And as such, we have some indirect competition in that sense. Infrastructure and oil and gas are highlighted, especially because these are the industries that we're looking to target today. We've received over $2 million in grants and awards, many of which in Japan. And we have also raised over $2 million in our seed funding round. We have had engagements with over 50 multinational clients, a lot of money earned from paid pilot projects. And talking about use cases that we have, a lot of them are in the infrastructure and oil and gas industry, some of which have led to larger ongoing projects that we have today. For example, we have a project with HDB where we're tackling infrastructure use cases. And we also have a project with ExxonMobil where we're tackling detection of corrosion under concrete fireproofing for their spherical tanks in the refinery in Singapore. This is our team with strong deep domain expertise and support from A-Star. Japan has always been a key market for us because of the product market fit, and we're actively ensuring that we can distribute our scanner commercially in Japan, and we have been in talks with many MNCs for POCs as well as for sales of our products. And our last slide here, we would just like to say that we are fundraising at the moment. We're looking to raise our Series A round, looking to close by mid this year. We're looking to raise about 10 to 12 million USD, and we have several Japanese VCs and CVCs interested to join the round. We're currently looking for a strategic lead investor, so please reach out if you can. As such, please join us in our mission to make the world a safer place. Thank you.
Thanks, DJ, for your presentation. It's good to see that WaveScan has made so much inroads into the Japanese market, and that you guys are looking to fundraise for Series A. So I understand that Japan is a huge market for WaveScan. So just like to ask you, are there any specific type of Japanese corporates that you guys are looking to target in the Japan market?
Thank you for your question. When it comes to specific types of industries that we're looking to target, one of them would definitely be construction companies. Companies that are in the construction sector and perhaps have facility management arms or inspection arms that would like to add our technology as one of their tools in their arsenal when it comes to inspections of dense materials such as concrete, for example, as that would be very handy for us, and we'll definitely be able to address some of your concerns. Another group of companies that we will look to target or we will look to speak to are oil and gas companies. Although I did not have time to explain exactly what we're doing today with ExxonMobil, the detection of corrosion under concrete fireproofing is a major pain point across the entire oil and gas industry, and the technologies that serve it today are just simply not adequate for the task. We've already validated our technology over a year now with ExxonMobil, and we believe that this use case would be very useful, especially to Japanese oil and gas companies who are looking to solve this pain point.
Yep, thanks, DJ, for your answer. So we have two questions from the audience. So one of them is from Japan. So the question is, for WaveScan, could you give us the estimated sales price for your device or service at this moment?
Thank you for your question. What we do as a company today, we are the equipment manufacturer. So we only are looking to sell our scanner. We do not provide the inspection service. However, if required, especially perhaps even in overseas territories, we'll do our best to partner with local inspection companies who we will basically train to use our technology for your particular use case. Or if the company already has an inspection team in place, we can basically train them to use the scanner. The overall training of using the scanner doesn't actually take more than half a day. So as long as language barriers are not a huge concern, that will be okay. And as for the price of the scanner, we're looking to sell our microwave scanner at 40,000 USD. We are open to operating on a direct sales or subscription basis. Thank you.
Thank you. Oh, that's great. I think you have addressed two questions in one answer. Yeah. So yes, good to see interest from the audience in the Japan market. So after this session, should there be interested Japanese corporates who would like to find out more about WaveScan, me and Osaka Innovation Hub will connect you with them. Yeah.
Thank you, Yanlin. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you. So thanks a lot for listening to the 3 startup features. Now I'll hand over to Osaka Innovation Hub, who will introduce the next 3 Japanese startups.
Thank you, Yanlin, and the presenters from Singapore. Yeah, next, I will start this Japanese startup pitches, and let me say again, if you have any questions, please type in the Q&A chat, which you will see at the bottom of your screen. So now, the first presenter is DroNext. Please welcome Asa, the CEO of DroNext. Hi, Asa.
Nice to meet you guys. Thank you again.
So allow me to present your company. So sorry. The company focuses primarily on the development, integration, and operation of barcode facilities. Infrastructure points for air mobility. They also provide air mobility services, including drone and aquatic. Thank you.
Thank you very much, guys. And thank you, Osaka Innovation Hub. So guys, nice to meet you. My name is Asa Questenberry. I'm the founder and president of DroNext here in Osaka, Japan. Before Japan, I've been involved in the drone and aviation space for close to the last 10 years between Japan, the US, and Canada. And today I'm going to be debuting our intro service into the air mobility space, which is our vertiport integration platform. So really setting the stage. So first, what is a vertiport? Well, a vertiport, as we said, is a facility that enables the idea of drone taxis, air taxis, autonomous drone systems, and more And really, we have this paradigm shift moment where the technology is at a point where we're really going to start seeing it permeate day-to-day life and really changing mobility in our urban and rural environments. So what we've done is we've created this vertiport integration platform, which is a very, very simple end-to-end design development operations service to allow more people to own and benefit from the values of vertiports. The elevator pitch is very, very simple. So essentially, Uber, for example, provides a system for you to use your car within to generate ROI. What we're doing is we're saying, hey, choose from this catalog. We'll give you all the options that your car can be fast, it can be safe, it can be move things quicker. We'll then build you that car, and then we'll provide that system for you to use your car within to generate ROI. So where are we at and where are we going? Well, the problem with air mobility is it's still a little bit off. We still need to find a way to generate profit in the short term. So for us, our entry into Japan was our introduction of drone and underwater drone services that we provide the operator teams, the insurance, and the equipment to use these facilities or these systems anywhere in the country to generate returns and data for our clients. We've begun developing our VIP system in our seed round 2021. We recently opened services in Hawaii and have begun working on some larger POCs, all building towards the Osaka Expo, where we're looking to launch our first generation of vertiport sites. So the problem with the vertiport and the air mobility space focused on vertiports is this chicken and egg problem, where typically vertiports are selling for a very, very high price, and you might not be able to use them for a couple of years. So this is a very, very hard sell for clients. But the problem is we need these sites to be built if we want this industry. So which comes first? As well, the community benefit. How do we create air mobility so that it provides real value for society outside of a very select few numbers of people? Then finally, this market imbalance. So the air mobility sector is very, very deep. There's a lot of small players, and how do we support them as well to create an ecosystem that has value throughout the entire aspect of it? So what we need is accessibility for a large variety of clients. We need lower entry points to support ownership. We need to submit or support those small to mid-tier players in the industry, and we need a method for quick, low-cost vertiport network development. So really how we kind of view ourselves and our competition is your business model either scales quickly or it scales slowly. It provides immediate or delayed value on your site. And we believe that the business model we've come up with really scales quickly, allowing us to capture market share much faster than competitors. And it provides immediate value for the client from day one, allowing them to really justify their investment. So why do we win this fight? Well, really, it's our vision, competence, and agility. So as I said, I've been involved in this sector for close to the last 10 years. I have a great network of people domestically and as well as internationally, giving me a great sense of where this industry is headed, where it is now, allowing us to adjust. For our competence, we've got a great experienced team, multilingual market position that really allows us to turn these ideas into action and profit. And finally, agility. At the end of the day, we are a startup at heart. In this ever-changing and fluid environment or sector, we're able to really react and remain very, very flexible to keep up with the changes that are happening around us. Now, our business model really flows through three stages. We have the marketplace stage, the design stage, and the franchising stage, where we then collect franchising fees off every port we develop for clients, and we generate profit at every point within this business model. So we really want to offer a lot of clients the opportunities to pick and choose what systems benefit their community, but some people might need some ideas to get them started. So we've come up with some pretty simple base models that will allow clients to get an idea of what their site could do, whether it's a gas station of the future, or response port, or disaster response system, delivery, or passenger point. But really, we want to be able to mix and match all of these systems together. And why Japan? Well, really, there's an abundance of use cases. The problems that are here in Japan, whether it be the labor shortage, population, natural disasters, a lot of these can be addressed through air mobility. That creates this sandbox where everything we learn here in this country, we can then apply to other countries at the time seeming fit. And finally, strong government support, whether it be the Osaka Expo, the recent BVLOS licensing for drones, and other regional initiatives. There's a lot of indication that now is the time to invest in this here in Japan. We've actually got some pretty big POCs underway. We've been working with a city in southern Osaka that have given us the green light to start developing two large POCs in the city. The first of which is an Osaka Bay delivery network, where we would like to one day connect the entire Osaka Bay with facilities to enable the carbon-free delivery and logistics of goods, as well as moving goods to the Osaka Expo site. And then finally, an eVTOL test circuit, or an air taxi test circuit. This would allow us to build a very, very base vertiport model, a couple of these platforms within an area, allow companies to come in to test their equipment on our site, allowing us to really capture hard data that the industry is missing right now about what it takes to operate these facilities and also generate revenue for the company. So our target market, so this inner circle, these are groups that would pay and own and build or want to build these actual vertiport facilities. The middle circle are people that would pay to include their systems within our network. And then the outer circle are groups that would really benefit and pay for access to the final finished product. Really what we're betting on is a modular, accessible, and adaptive system, one that allows clients to integrate systems over time and swap out as their needs and community needs change over the next 10 years and beyond. And this is our dream, really. What we envision for 2032 is an interconnected Osaka Bay region. Every one of these vertiport facilities providing a different use case for their specific community, because obviously what a vertiport needs to do in the countryside to support that community is going to be very different than what an opportunity or what a vertiport in the inner city needs to support their community. We got some POCs and milestones that we're tracking to make sure that we hit our targets and KPIs, both sale of vertiports. And really what we're doing is telling a story. So we have all this value from technology and drones. Our idea is to bring all this value together, put it into one central hub, and allow communities to access that value at the tip of their fingers, so that we can have more value than people traveling from the airport to a hotel via air taxi. So thank you guys. My name is Ace Questenberry, and I would love to move towards AAM together, because together I believe we have the chance to create real value for society through AAM. Cheers. As well, again, if there's a lot of information here, if you guys have any questions, please send me some information. I can get a much slower, more detailed explanation for any interested groups.
Sorry, we have just 7 minutes.
That's okay. Yeah, the bell caught me off guard.
To show your idea, beautiful idea. So, okay, I'm so looking forward to realizing your vertiport projects, and yeah, I'm so excited. And do you guys any question from Q&A session? Or I have one question: how your business's model differentiations from your competitors?
Competitors, actually, so how are we different than our competitors? So globally, there's only about 3 or 4 companies looking to build vertiports. And how we differentiate ourselves is firstly the price. The price point for a lot of our competitors or systems is in the millions. And also they're very simple use cases. So we're looking to provide a modular system at a much more affordable price to allow more people to own and benefit from these facilities instead of a very select few group of society.
Thank you. And do you have any requests or messages for the audience in Singapore, also Japan?
So yes, so currently we're midway through our seed round. We've got a lot of interest from domestic and international VCs, as well as a couple CVCs. If anyone is interested in partaking in our seed round, please send me an email, as well if you're interested in any of these POCs we have going on in Southern Osaka. We would love to schedule a meeting and talk more about what our system provides and how your team can get involved.
Thank you. So really, you guys who are interested in the messages, please note ACE's this email address now. よろしくお願いします。はい。So do you have?
Thank you again, OIH.
Thank you very much. So I'm gonna go to the next presenters. Thank you, Asa. Okay, the next presenter is Koeerü. Please welcome Michael, the founder CEO of Koeerü. Michael-san, hello. Please turn on your camera.
Okay, and
okay. Thank you very much. So allow me to present. Koeerü is Kyoto-based startup specializing in the development of voice of consumer data platforms. Now let's hear about their latest VOC product. Thank you. So let's start.
All right. Thank you so much for the introduction. So hello, everyone. My name is Michael McDowell, and I am a co-founder and the CEO of Koeerü. So Koeerü is a Japanese startup that builds industry-specific customer data platforms for collecting, connecting, and communicating consumer insights. To understand what that means, let me ask a question. So how do companies understand their customers? Is it social listening, market research, website analytics, CX surveys, big data, intuition? The truth is, many large organizations use a combination of all of these, but the data is siloed. making it difficult to cross-compare between data sets or departments within the organization. In contrast, Koeerü aims to cut through this clutter, connecting a wide range of consumer data together for clear, actionable insights. More specifically, Koeerü's focus is on the collection of zero-party data, such as surveys or fan community data, and connecting it to first and third-party data, such as POS data or big data. Why do we focus our attention here? In a word, it's because our customers have an unfulfilled need in this area, a need we discovered through extensive customer interviews. For example, Tetsuya, a tourism association digital marketing director, is particularly concerned about how he can understand and target visitor segments once third-party cookies disappear. Our answer for him was his own branded zero-party data tourism platform. On the other hand, Bi Ying, customer experience VP at the e-commerce giant Lazada, wants to clearly make sense of the data that she has and what the next action would be. Koeerü builds highly intuitive dashboards and connections to a variety of marketing and sales platforms for automated action taking. So you might ask, is Koeerü a survey tool, something similar to SurveyMonkey? Or is Koeerü a visualization tool like Power BI? In truth, we do both, from collection and connection to communication and compelled action. Another way of thinking about it is like this. Koeerü is about the collection and connection of integrated, dynamic, self-given user data, data that is highly accurate, real-time, and free from the problems associated with inferred third-party cookie data. At the moment, our customers can be roughly divided into 4 categories: travel and tourism, smart city initiatives, e-commerce, and finally, emerging markets, a blue ocean for our industry with rapidly expanding economies, particularly here in Asia. We are already working with a number of well-known clients, like the Nagano Tourism Association, government organizations like JICA, and major market research firms like Intage Group. Let me give you a specific example, one related to smart cities. So here in Japan, we have worked with a number of local governments and government-backed destination management organizations looking to improve their collection and processing of visitor and resident feedback. Rather than using a one-way, one-time market research survey, we created systems that not only met residents at multiple touchpoints, but that developed enthusiasm for the local region through interactive fan communities. At the more technical level, it might look something like this, where connections to local residents, whether through government or public sector institutions, or through transport companies, are used to 1, distribute surveys, and 2, recruit into fan communities. The data from these 2 sources is then combined into our database, where it can then be connected to other sources of data, integrated with large-scale smart city initiatives, or sent out to marketing platforms for monetization options. Koeerü has an international management team from 4 different countries. We have all worked together for years and have decades of complementary experience in this field. I myself am responsible for business strategy and finance. Soji Nagano is responsible for business development and design thinking, Hui Nguyen for our product roadmap, and Alicia To for our customer success team. As a result of the close cooperation amongst our team members, Koeerü is a profitable company with a history of 30% year-on-year natural growth. In the coming 18 months, on our existing resources alone, we expect revenue to double and product development in 4 areas to expand. So why am I presenting here today? Well, the truth is, we are looking to go global. Though we are confident about our abilities here in Japan, we need help as we move our focus towards Southeast Asia in the next year, particularly in Singapore, but also in Indonesia, Malaysia, Thailand, and Vietnam. We need both sales partners and investors knowledgeable in this region to help us out. If you are interested in us or can help us out in any way, please feel free to contact us. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Michael. So let's open it up for Q&A chat. If your audience have any questions, please put your question to the Q&A chat. So now I have one question. So how is Koeerü different from survey system like Google Forms or use already said?
Yep, of course, yeah. So I think the biggest difference is that we're really on how to use the data. So Google Forms keeps the data that you collect in a very limited way within the Google ecosystem and within the Google Forms ecosystem. But we can help connect that with other kinds of data so that you can really take action on it.
Thank you. So how much of what you do is customization or licensed products?
Yeah, that's a good question. So I would say that at the moment, we are heavier on the customization side. So we help organizations really develop solutions that are unique to them. But as we build our development experience and as we build out our product pipeline, we are moving more and more towards a licensed model and are looking towards implementing our solutions on a licensed basis to a wider variety of organizations.
Okay, so if we have some plans to we have one question. Okay. You work with corporates and government agencies. What the breakdown between both and what's the pricing model?
Yeah, so let me, I think I have the pricing model down here. So the breakdown between the two, so our goal right now is about 30% government organizations and about 70% corporates. And our pricing model, we're working on a 3-tiered pricing model that's a little bit flexible depending on what we're doing. But for strictly licensed DIY license, we're starting at about $1,500 per login per year. But then as we develop out custom development or as we add in different kinds of products, that can go between $25,000 to $50,000 and above. So it really depends on the product or on the project that we're being commissioned.
Thank you for answering. So if we have some plans, we can ask you for customization, but you also license model. Your license model is gonna be the bigger than bigger,
yeah.
like, yeah.
So that's the idea. So as we move, we're adding more and more to our licensed model, and we're adding more and more to the DIY model.
Thank you. So if you have any messages or requests for the audience in Singapore and Japan, could you tell us?
Yep, absolutely. So thank you everyone for listening today. And we're very excited about our company and about expanding into the smart city realm. And we're looking for partners that can help introduce Koeerü in Singapore and Southeast Asia, either on a POC or on a other basis. So please, by all means, get in contact with us.
Thank you, Michael.
All right, thank you so much for your time today.
Thank you. So let's move on to the next presentation. Thank you, Michael. So the last presenter is Innovare. So please welcome Kawatani-san, the CEO of Innovare. Hi.
Hi.
So thank you. This company produces biodiesel fuel and other green chemical products from natural rubber seeds instead of fossil fuels. Let's hear more about this new carbon neutral solution. Let's start. Thank you.
Okay, thank you so much and introducing me. And also thank you for having me today. I'm Koeerü and CEO of Innovare. So today I will introduce our business, carbon neutral fuel and green chemicals from utilized seeds. So first of all, as OIH already explained, but we will produce green chemical products from natural rubber seeds instead of fossil fuels. And the reason of use of will make the biodiesel fuel, our target global action is carbon neutral. So carbon neutral is a fundamental system in future smart city. So now we, yes, sorry. And we will introduce one of the solution for the future. So our solution and the business model shows this, right? We will produce biodiesel fuel and recyclable glycerin and green chemical products from natural rubber seeds. So we will procure the natural rubber seeds from rubber plantation and convert to the biodiesel fuel and the recycled glycerin and others by our patented technologies. So these green chemical products will contribute to the carbon neutral societies. So that is why we take action to join. So, and some of the audience think, why you focus on the rubber seeds? So especially this is not very commodity product, but in Asian countries, as you may know, the Indonesia and the Thailand very huge plantation in their countries, and it becomes a 3.6 million hectare or like that, and this rubber seeds every year generates every year, and that volume becomes 4 million tons. More than 4 million years per year. I'm sorry for that. And now this rubber seeds remains unutilized. So, but this rubber seed contains oil and also other variable components. So we can make this unusable rubber seeds into the variable products. So global biodiesel fuel market is steadily growing. Thanks to the current carbon neutral movement, the market growth rate reaches approximately 8%. And we think we can have a chance to enter this growing market with rubber seeds. This is why we tried the rubber seeds with comparting their biodiesel fuel and other green chemical products. The market size of biodiesel fuel reached 33 billion US dollar currently, and also our target area of the ASEAN is reached 9.3 billion US dollar. And as I explained, this market will grow thanks to their strong demand by transporting sectors. So yeah, and as for the technical uniqueness, we will use a patented technology for making biodiesel fuel, because our technology will reduce the energy and waste, and also we can shorten the reaction process time. So we can reduce the biodiesel fuel production cost by 18% than the usual process. So this our technology can contribute to our business feasibility. And as for the business strategy, we shall develop our business step by step. It means we start our business from laboratory scale to commercial scale. And we plan to achieve a profitable business after operating a pilot scale. So it means we need R&D to develop our technical and profit to the commercial plan. And we plan to perform the international experiment with Vietnam at the later of this year. And we started the sample work with a laboratory scale, and we tried to collaborate with some companies to develop our business. So some of the Japanese companies have an interest and have NDAs already. So I hope ASEAN companies have also interested in our business and collaborate with us to expand with our business and also carbon neutrality potential. So to develop and improve our business, we would like to build a manufacturing network in ASEAN countries, especially Thailand and Indonesia, and supply products to the global market. This is our team. Innovare has a diverse technical team and proceed this business in collaboration with the university. Some members have a long time of experience to improve biodiesel manufacturing R&D. So we will develop according to the scientific knowledge and enough experience. Finally, we expect to raise fund and have partnership to accelerate our business and technical R&D. So about raising funds, we plan to conduct funding until this July. It is for conducting R&D with the plantations. And about the partnership, we need some solution to collect the rubber seed effectively. So we assume some harvesting vehicle in nuts plantation may be effective. On the other hand, I think drones or AGV or other solutions may have the potential to improve. So if you have any idea, please get in touch with me. Yeah, and thank you for today. And if you have any question, please let me know.
Thank you, Kawatani-san. So let's open it for the Q&A chat. And so for the waiting, I have one question. What kind of mobility is your main target? So because I've heard that it's difficult to use this fuel in a new type of car or something like that. Yeah.
Yeah, it is a very important point. So if we apply this biodiesel fuel into the commodity vehicle like a sedan or like that, it sometimes happen the trouble. But now we collaborate with the shipping sectors. So now we try to apply this biodiesel fuel as a marine shipping fuel. So this is our first target. Yes.
Thank you. So I have one more question. How much investment do you need at bench scale and next at pilot scale? At your presentation, you said bench scale and the pilot scale.
Yeah, bench scale and the pilot
Yes,
scale and the commercial scale. So we need raise fund with our plan is firstly we plan to the $1 million US, and for the pilot scale we estimate the $5 million US is necessary to promote. But now we collaborate with JETRO to find some partner who already have the manufacturing plant of BDF. So we can reduce the such R&D costs and use for the other sectors development. Yeah.
Thank you. I think we need a spreading of carbon-free or carbon-less fuel like yours for global environmental problems. So yeah, I hope you're gonna be the success.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Thank you. So do you have any messages or requests for the audience?
Okay, thank you for attending today. And as you may understand, this business is so complicated and there are many challenges to realizing this business. So however, please imagine when we realize this business in ASEAN countries, I believe this business provides not only carbon neutrality, but also the significant social impact on rubber plantation owners and neighbors. So we need the international partnership to develop. Yeah.
Thank
Thank you
you.
so much.
Thank you for closing. And we have one question now. Yeah, can answer about that. Your question is, you'll be working with other labs or factories to achieve commercial scale for fuel extraction apart from rubber nut. Are there any other products can achieve the same result?
Yes, thank you for giving that question. And now yes, you will be working there. Yes, now we will make some biodiesel fuel manufacturer network. And now we try to effective extraction process with the Indonesian laboratories. So now so actually in Japan, there is not enough such extraction oil manufacturer or laboratories. So we collaborate with Indonesian. And also now we seek the other biomass material like rubber seeds. So if someone have information about the seed or some biomass material which contains oil, please contact us. So we want to improve and also try. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much. So it's gonna be the last. Thank you, Kawatani-san.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. So now we finished all the presenters, and then now that everyone has contributed their wonderful ideas. Oh. Ideas, concept, products, and approaches, thereby increasing our awareness and understanding. I'd like to thank all our participants and guests for being here today. We'd also like to extend our gratitude to the entire staff of ACE, especially Yan Ling. We look forward to working with you again in the near future. At the end, please the slide about this. And please answer the inquiry form, and you can give us a meeting request from that. We will send you the link by email right after this. So thank you for today, and have a nice weekend. Thank you.